Blade Show West in Salt Lake City. I'm actually here to give a demonstration. We got a table in here as well with product and things, but we're going to talk about 3D canister patterns using 3D print technology and powdered steels. So this is a new technology we're unveiling, and for a lot of these people, it's the first time they've ever seen it. What I'm hoping to get out of this is to actually give away some technology. And we came up with this 3D print technology. Really hope that they pick this up and run with it and see what else can be done with it. So I want to bring manufacturing back to the United States and make some of their work easier to handle too. We're at Blade Show West right now. We've got tons of different product, but we're specialized. We got a presentation on canister mosaic Damascus that we're going to be doing with Steve Schwarzer. And we got kits available. We got the mini hawk that we're launching this week, and we're selling stuff. So it's a good time. We're going to have thousands and thousands of people coming here, so it's going to be fun. So for this event, this is actually the Western show. The big one is actually in Atlanta. That happens in June. I was invited here by Steve Schwarzer and by the Blade Show to actually give a talk on mosaic canister Damascus. It's a technique we came up with in February, and it's been a lot of fun to see that thing grow. So looking forward to the presentation. I'm here with Heavy Barrel Designs. Check this thing out. What is that?
This is a coyote jawbone affixed to the slasher design that I use. I call them the Predators for obvious reasons. And yeah, it's a pretty nasty piece of work there.
Where do you get the coyote bones?
I actually got a source out of Custer National Park or State Park in South Dakota.
So you don't use this to actually get the coyote?
No. No, that would be cool. Right. I could chase him down with one of these, you know?
Yeah, there you go. This is Jeremy. Jeremy was actually on Forged in Fire, same episode as a couple of other guys from our shop, and you actually remember him from another episode of the show. So, what'd you buy?
I got myself a nice little block here, camo. And G10? Yep. Beautiful camo G10 block. I've been looking for a piece like this for a while. So.
Yeah. Well, and he's going to go make some really cool blades, iron claw blades. He's got them over there, and they're epic. So I'm here with Lonnie Jensen. Check out this table. Lonnie is from Shadow Mountain Forge.
Shadow Mountain Forge.
That's it. And Lonnie is going to be doing a class with Steve Schwarzer actually on that mosaic canister stuff that we're doing the demonstration on later today. But look at the rest of his stuff. It's just absolutely amazing.
We forge our own blades, do our own Damascus. I hung out with Steve for a little bit and started doing the images back before you guys was making it with the 3D printing, but we are full-time, and that's what we do, is just hang out and make knives.
Yeah. So. Now, you're also a CWI. We were talking about that.
Yes.
What's that?
CWI is a certified weld inspector. We can go and I can just visually inspect welds, but we can certify welders in any process they need.
Yeah, very cool.
It is pretty cool.
It is going nuts in here. So this is the early bird. These guys are racing for certain things. Usually very, very limited supplies. And so they buy an early bird ticket, which costs extra money, and then they can just run in like you just saw. And you just get out of their way.
These are, we're waiting in line for Tsunamis, which is like a titanium version of what like this is. This is like the aluminum Kraken. It's like one of their standard live blades, and so they don't actually sell these as much as they sell these, because these are like retail kind of. You can kind of only get these at Blade Show, so you can obviously see like the want for them to be sold here when there's only a couple Blade Shows a year.
They make a max of around 50 per Blade Show per year, with a desire of around 200 people. And the company has huge reach. Any newcomer that comes into the flipping sport flips a squid product, so as soon as they hear about it, they want a Tsunami, they become one of the 200, they sprint.
I'm here with Rob. He's with Oleo Acres. We actually traveled all the way to Salt Lake City to run into each other. We actually only live about an hour apart.
Yeah, about an hour.
And so, but we send a ton of business their way. They send a ton of business our way. They're actually a blacksmith and farrier supply place in Colorado. They've got both Denver and Colorado Springs locations, and I've been friends with them for a long time. Matter of fact, I just even sent one of my employees to go work part-time with you.
So we have 3 locations in Colorado. But not just servicing Colorado, we have $10 flat rate shipping that services the entire nation. We're a full line supplier, not only in the horseshoe business, but in the knife making world. And that's where I met Ron. You know, we sell everything from gas forges to anvils, tool steel to Ameribraid grinders, shop fox grinders. We actually are a coal ironworks dealer as well. So we really try and cover the entire gamut from getting somebody started, and a big part of that is sending them down to KILROY'S workshop, getting the skills, and then coming back to us and spending $3,000 on a nice grinder or upgrading their anvil or forge.
Hey, I'm over at Coal Ironworks booth. We're actually a distributor for Coal Ironworks. This is Logan. He actually did this epic video on YouTube about that 3D canister method. We're going to be teaching with Steve Schwarzer here later today. So tell us about your place, tell us about what you're doing here and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, sounds good. So again, my name is Logan Gillihan. I'm the design engineer here at Coal Iron. Behind me I've got 2 of our kind of most popular models. This is our 12-ton benchtop press model. It runs on 110 volt. It only weighs about 300 pounds together here, and our price point is just under about $4,000 bucks. And it really creates kind of a platform for people to move out of hand hammering and into using power forging tools at a really accessible price point, as well as size is really manageable for like residential shops and that kind of stuff. And then behind me here is our flagship model. This is our 25-ton forging press C-frame with our digital press controller on it. And this thing is kind of a beast. What's really special about it is the controller here. So basically we replaced the standard mechanical valve that you would see on most forging presses, and replaced it with a solenoid valve and a computer here with a sensor on the back. So the press kind of knows where it is at all times, and you can set different set points and stopping points and retracting points in different modes. So I can demo here for a little bit. So we're seeing on this specific model here, we're seeing about plus or minus 10 to 20 thousandths of an inch accuracy and repeatability in those set points.
He designed that.
I did design the controller.
I'm seeing a lot of friends that I haven't seen in a long time. A lot of people who come into this shop for classes, well, they're congregating here too from around the country, so it's really nice to catch up with some of them. And it is nice to get away from the forge every now and then, but I look forward to getting back to my family.
Hi, I'm Alicia Newton. I am the Blade Show Director, and we are at our very first Blade Show West in Salt Lake City, Utah. I've actually been running Blade Show since 2010, so I've kind of lost track. This is probably my 19th or 20th show if you include our other locations. And inside these doors are some amazing, super talented, awesome custom makers. And then we also have our factory guys. so making mass production knives. And then we also have our suppliers, so guys that are selling materials, parts of the knives. So a lot of our custom knife makers will go up and buy the materials for their handles, the steel, etc., etc. Everybody needs a knife. Everybody uses a knife. So Ron is here with our beloved Steve Schwartzer, and they are going to do a free demo today on 3D canister Damascus.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah,
look
so
at
this
you.
is first of its kind that they're doing, so they're super excited to unveil this here. And then most likely we'll do something similar at some of our other shows. But they are here to unveil this new 3D canister printing they've been doing.
Fun stuff. Yeah, we got some cool things.
Yeah, we're super excited.
So,
Yeah, and that's something also that's really nice about Blade Show, is it's not only is it an event that you can come to and come in and shop, but it's also the free demos, so people get a chance to, you know, learn, and they get a chance to sit in the room with some of the best in the business.
I'm here with Steve Schwartzer. Steve is the master of canister. And so we're going to be doing a presentation here in just a little bit and talking about 3D printing with canister mosaic Damascus. Or it's only mosaic if you make a mosaic, but 3D patterns with canister Damascus. Anyway.
Something we came up at Ron's shop, and it nucleated out of some work I did years ago, and then we were going along and we kind of confirmed each other's hypotheses. Took me 2 days to get over the crying. It was so neat.
Tons of fun. And so we're actually going to show a bunch of other people how to do that today too. So in about an hour and a half, we're going to have a bunch of people running around here trying to make their own mosaic canister Damascus out of that. And so
Yeah, this stuff is all open source. Contact Ron at KILROY'S for all the information. I'm not a bean counter, I'm just an inventor.
and he's quite an inventor at that. So he's been around a long time in this. So good friend of the shop, good friend of mine. I'm here with Matt Waters. So Matt from Colorado Springs. We came all this way to talk. So, no, Matt, show them what you got.
Yeah, I got a bunch of chef's knives that I forged, some everyday carries, hunters. So this guy, I'll show another one.
Dude, that is sick.
Thanks. So the most popular item here is this big old broad axe.
I got to see that being made.
Yeah, forged it at Ron's shop. May have hurt some tooling in the process and gotten a little in trouble.
It got back to you. It got back at you though.
Yeah,
it hurt you too.
It hurt me too. Yeah. Yeah, got an overstrike protector on there, some leather. So yeah, and it's sold first day, so that's great.
Hey, I'm here with Will Stelter. So Will, if you've seen YouTube, if you've ever maybe visited YouTube at any point in time, you've probably seen his videos pop up on your screen, especially if you like knives. So Will, what you got?
Well, we got some fun stuff here. I've got the world's largest blacksmith knife. It's a 17-pound knife. I forged it out with master smith Nick Rossi, just for fun underneath the 400-pound power hammer. And I've got a couple of integral chopping knives, indestructible chopping knives is what I call them. Big old forged blades and I-beamed handles. They're awfully fun. And then I've got a couple chef's knives here. This one is a Damascus-clad sandmire with an African blackwood handle. This one is a explosion weave mosaic with a Hawaiian koa handle. And then I've got my two other ones over here. The littlest knife that I brought to the show is this little 3-figure EDC knife in a twisted mosaic steel with some vintage emerald paper green micarta. And then I have, I think, my favorite knife I've ever made, which is this fossilized walrus ivory handle, twisted mosaic steel blade, and a sheath from Francesca Ritchie, out of alligator skin with a little bit of walrus ivory inlaid there from the same block as the handle.
Holy cow. right, blade is done. We are back to the shop. I've got some classes to teach, so see you there.